Welcome, families and friends. Please take your seats. As we celebrate today's graduates, we ask you to please silence all mobile devices and other electronic devices. For your safety and the safety of others, please do not block the aisles, and please remain seated until the conclusion of the ceremony. Thank you for your cooperation in showing respect for all the graduates and Everyone, please rise and remain standing until the completion of the opening ceremonies. Please welcome the class of 2024. Please welcome the University of South Carolina Upstate faculty, followed by members of the USC Upstate executive team. Please welcome the Platform Party, led by Faculty Chair Allison Ellis, members of the Spartanburg County Commission for Higher Education, and USC Board of Trustees, University of South Carolina Upstate officials, and Chancellor Benny Harris. The cadets of the Army ROTC Southern Guards Battalion will now present the colors, followed by the singing of the national anthem led by USC Upstate student Ms. Abby Hogue. Following the national anthem, Pastor James Richard Landrum will provide the invocation.
Broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. O'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and
Let us bow our heads in prayer. Heavenly Father, we come before you today filled with gratitude and joy as we celebrate this occasion. We are reminded that every good and perfect gift comes from you, and we thank you for the gifts of knowledge, growth, and opportunities that have shaped these graduates. May you light their path with wisdom, courage, and purpose, guiding them to make choices that honor you and serve the world around them. Grant them confidence in their abilities, humility in their successes, and strength in their challenges. Bless their families, friends, and educators who have supported them along the way. May their sacrifice and encouragement be richly rewarded as we celebrate today. May this ceremony be filled with joy, pride, and hope for the future. Let us all be reminded of your faithfulness and your plans for each of us, which are for good and not for harm, to give us a future filled with hope. In your holy name we pray. Amen. It is now my honor to introduce the Chancellor, Benny Harris.
You may all be seated. Thank you. Thank you, Pastor Landrum and Mrs. Hall. They did an amazing job. Today on graduation day, I'm honored to stand before you as the Chancellor of the University of South Carolina Upstate and to offer you my most sincere congratulations. It was a privilege to honor your hard work, your resilience, and your remarkable achievements. As we begin, I'd like to take a moment first to recognize some very, very important people. Would all of our faculty and our staff please stand to be acknowledged? Please give them a round of applause, graduates. Graduates, these individuals have consistently supported you on your journey and helped you get to this day. They have guided you and they have helped you and are so proud of all that you have accomplished. Now, if you are a parent or a guardian of a graduate, I'm going to ask that you stand. Please hold your applause. Just hold your applause for a minute. Just a minute. This is beautiful, beautiful. If you are a grandparent or a great-grandparent of a graduate, will you please stand? Impressive, impressive. If you are a spouse or a partner of a graduate, please stand. If you are a sibling of one of our graduates, I'm going to ask that you stand. If you're a child of a graduate, will you please stand? If you are a loved one of a graduate, please stand. If you would like to be acknowledged by our graduates, won't you please stand? So graduates, please give them a big round of applause. Thank you all so very much. Please be seated. Before I continue, I would like to acknowledge Dr. Erin Smith, the Director of Adult Degree Re-Engagement at One Spartanburg. Dr. Smith is joining us today. I'm going to ask her to stand while I talk. Dr. Smith is joining us today to congratulate two students who re-enrolled at USC Upstate to finish degrees they had previously started but did not complete. We're so proud to see these students graduating, and I thank Dr. Smith and the Re-Degree program for supporting our efforts to increase the degree attainment in Spartanburg County. Also, I'd like to take a moment, let's give her a round of applause. Thank you. And also what's special, Dr. Smith told me that she did not march during her graduation, so this in some ways is a march for her as well on stage. I'd also like to take a moment to acknowledge the strength of our community. This past year has brought challenges to our doorstep, from the disruption of Hurricane Helene to economic and social shift impacting our region. But in true Spartan spirit, you all rose to the occasion. When our neighbors needed help, you volunteered your time. When classes were interrupted, you adapted. When resources were scarce, you shared. You showed what it means to be resilient, to be a community, and to take care of one another. That's what makes today's celebration even more meaningful. You have reached this milestone, not just because of what you have achieved individually, but because of what you have endured and what you have built together. As most of you know, I love to tell stories. You've probably heard some of them a few times by now. But this one is new, or at least new coming from me. It was a story really I heard when I was a kid growing up at home. It was a story of a wise old mule. Yes, a mule. How he taught a valuable lesson about overcoming life's challenges. Once upon a time, there was an old mule who fell into a deep, dry well. He brayed and he brayed, hoping someone would hear him. And eventually the farmer who owned the mule came by and saw his poor animal stuck in the bottom of the well. After trying everything he could to pull the mule out, the farmer realized that it was just too difficult. And sadly, he decided the best thing to do would be to let the mule go and to fill the well so no other animal would fall in. He called his neighbors over, and together they started to shovel dirt into the well. But every time the dirt fell on the mule's back, something surprising happened. The mule shook off the dirt, took a step on it, and as the dirt kept coming, he kept shaking it off and stepping up, one layer at a time. And eventually the mule was able to step out of the well. By refusing to let the dirt bury him, he had quite literally risen above his situation. Now I can imagine a few of you sitting there thinking, I never expected to be compared to a mule on graduation day. Oh, wow, that farmer and his neighbors were really cold-hearted. But I want you to hear me out. Life has a way of throwing dirt on us from time to time. It's a little like this final exam, or that hurricane, or the days that you doubted you'll make it here today. If you shake it off, if you can keep stepping up, one challenge at a time, you'll keep rising. And you might just surprise yourself of how high you can rise or how high you can go. And today's marks the end of one chapter, but the world is waiting for each of you to bring your talents, your passions, and your hard-earned wisdom to the challenges ahead. You have already shown that you have the grit to succeed, to step up and out of that well no matter what comes your way. The world you're entering may feel uncertain, unpredictable, or scary. Just remember the strength that you've found here, the friends, the mentors, the memories that you've made. And remember that like that mule, you can turn any challenge into a step upward if you keep your determination and your faith. Before I close, I want to say how incredibly proud we are of you. The degrees you receive today are more than just a piece of paper. They're a symbol of your resilience, of the nights spent studying, of sacrifices made, of courage shown. They're symbols of the legacy you built here at USC Upstate. And now, as you move forward, know that you'll always have a home here. You'll always be a part of the Spartan family. And we're cheering for you every step of the way. Congratulations to the class of 2024. Keep shaking off the dirt. Your dedication, your perseverance, and intelligence got you here, and you should be very, very proud. And I'm certainly proud of you. Your leadership, your empathy, your bravery, your desire to make the world a better place. This is what the world needs from you now. So keep stepping up. Congratulations again, and thank you. Thank you. It is my privilege to introduce Mrs. Madison Chaplin, our Student Government Association President, to bring greetings to our graduates on behalf of the student body.
Thank you, Chancellor Harris. Hey, y'all. Chancellor Harris, esteemed faculty, dedicated staff, friends, family, and most importantly, the resilient class of 2024. It is a profound honor to stand before you today as your student body president. First, let me extend heartfelt gratitude to Chancellor Harris for your leadership and vision. Our faculty for the knowledge and guidance you have generously shared, and the staff who has worked tirelessly behind the scenes to support us throughout our journey. And to you, my fellow graduates, thank you for your determination, your strength, and your contributions to this university and making this moment extraordinary. Today is a celebration of many things: our achievements, our resilience, and our collective growth. It is also a reflection of the theme that has guided us here: reaching higher and finding community. The path to this stage has been anything but easy. Along the way, we faced challenges that tested our resolve and moments of uncertainty that required us to dig deeper than we even thought possible. Yet, we persisted. We reached higher, not just for ourselves, but for our family, our dreams, and the futures we are determined to create. But what has made this journey truly meaningful isn't just the individual strides we've taken. It's the community we've built along the way. Here, we found people who celebrated with us in our victories and stood beside us in our struggles. Whether it was a kind word from a professor, a late-night conversation with a friend, or an encouraging push from a mentor, these relationships reminded us that we are never truly alone. As we prepare to step in the world beyond this campus, let us carry forward these lessons we've learned here. Reaching higher does not end today. It is a lifelong pursuit. It means striving to be better than we were yesterday. It means chasing dreams that may scare us. It means taking risks, embracing challenges, and having the courage to fail, but to try again. It is equally important to remember the power of community. Success is not only measured by what we achieve individually, but the impact we have on those around us. In the words of the poet Maya Angelou, I go forward and stand as 10,000. Wherever life takes us, may we be the kind of leaders, friends, and family members who lift others as we rise. To the class of 2024, today you celebrate a milestone, but you also embark on a new journey. Carry your strength, your courage, and your community with you. Keep reaching higher and know that we are ready for you to change the world. Congratulations, class of 2024. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Chaplin. The business of a public university is a team effort. It requires leadership and commitment from all sectors, including our governments and communities. For USC Upstate, one of the key sources of leadership and partnership is the Spartanburg County Commissioner for Higher Education. It is my privilege to introduce Ms. Ann Flynn, Chair of the Commission, and to bring greetings on its behalf. Ann.
Thank you, Dr. Harris. On behalf of the Spartanburg County Commission for Higher Education, it's my pleasure to welcome you here today. Commencement is such a very special occasion in the lives of our graduates and their families, and we are so pleased to be here with you to celebrate today and to celebrate this accomplishment. USC Upstate excuse me, has long fulfilled regional and state workforce needs and is a major engine of social and economic development. Graduates, be very proud of your USC Upstate degree because it will serve you well. The Spartanburg County Commission for Higher Education is proud of each and every graduate. We are equally proud of the university's faculty and staff for their dedication to ensuring that today's graduates have achieved their academic goals and gained an enriching college experience. Congratulations, graduates. We wish you the best of luck and hope your future holds an abundance of opportunity.
Thank you, Mrs. Flynn. It is now my pleasure to welcome to the podium Captain David O'Rear, Assistant Professor of Military Science at Warford University. Captain O'Rear will commission a new officer into the United States Army, Captain O'Rear.
Thank you, Chancellor Harris. Good morning, team. Despite my youthful appearance, I am the Assistant Professor of Military Science at our Southern Guards Battalion. I know I look like a student, I'm aware. But thank you for coming today. In our day and age, we enjoy a level of comfort and safety that is rarely found in human history. That comfort and safety we enjoy is so protected by men and women who are willing to place themselves in harm's way to defend our nation and the American way of life. Only a very small percentage of Americans qualify to do that. And within that percentage, an even smaller number are qualified or even willing to lead. And today we're going to recognize one of our students that is. Cadet Devin Parshall is a nursing student here at USC Upstate. Where's she at? Raise your hand. Where's she at? You over there? There you are. And she's soon going to join the very selective ranks of the United States Army Nursing Corps as a commissioned officer. She'll be charged with the possibility of treating and caring for America's warfighters and their families when they are at their most vulnerable. But most importantly, she will be charged with leading and caring for our nation's greatest resource, its sons and daughters. Today, I will administer the oath of a commissioned officer in the United States Army to future Second Lieutenant Devin Parshall. And as a career infantryman, I could not be more honored to do so. One of the things that enables our Army to succeed is confidence. Confidence that our leaders can get us where we need to go. Confidence that our weapon systems will work in combat. And most importantly, the confidence of knowing that if I get injured in combat, someone's going to pick me up, patch me up, and get me home to see my family. And I know beyond a shadow of a doubt that if I or one of my former paratroopers were injured in combat and we were to wake up in a hospital to see Second Lieutenant Parshall taking my vitals, I know we're in good hands. Devin, it's a real journey. It starts here. Serving as an officer is challenging and oftentimes thankless, but there is no profession more fulfilling or sacred. Don't lose your positive attitude and keep your grit because the Army needs it. And remember, if all else fails, just out-PT the problem. I'd like to invite Devin Parshall to the stage so we can render her oath. Thank you, Chancellor.
Thank you, Captain O'Rear. One of the things that I love about commencement time at USC Upstate, and we intentionally include the commissioning of officers as part of our commencement ceremony because it is so very important to who we are as Americans and the fabric of our country and the fabric of our community. So we thank you so very much for your service, and thank you, Captain O'Lear, for your commitment and service to the country as well. Thank you. We now move to awarding the graduate degrees. It is my pleasure to introduce our Provost and Senior Vice Chancellor of Academic Affairs, Dr. Pam Steinke.
Good morning. The hooding ceremony is special for all who have achieved their master's degree. Candidates will receive their hood from a faculty member. Graduates, our marshals will direct you to come forward for individual recognition and congratulations. To help us honor each graduate, we ask that members of the audience remain in their seats and that you please withhold your applause during the announcement of graduates' names. Dean Shirletha Dunlap will now come forward to present the candidates from the Mary Black College of Nursing.
Thank you, Dr. Stanky. As Dean of the Mary Black College of Nursing, it is my pleasure to present our candidates for the Masters of Science in Nursing. Dr. Christy Miller and Dr. Ryan Crawford will award the hoods.
Megan Danielle Carter. Shirley Naomi Deweese. Elisa Rowe Mitchum. Joanna Cristina Munoz Lopez. Caleb Surratt Parker. Arbriana Danae Simmons. Ashanti Sullivan. And that concludes the master's students from the Mary Black College of Nursing.
Dean Jeffrey Stinson will now come forward to present the candidates from the George Dean Johnson Jr. College of Business and Economics.
Thank you, Provost Stanky. As Dean of the George Dean Johnson Jr. College of Business and Economics, it is my honor to present our candidates for the Master of Science in Business Analytics. Dr. Uma Gupta and Dr. Zhao Tang will award the hoods.
Mandira Jeribotula and Sahitya Katla. Surya Warenya Nishtala Ujwala Paladugu. Linda Ann Stone, Jayashri Vaihuntham. Tierra Shantice Ray and Roy Hong Zhu. Nagaswarna Yalamarthi. And that concludes the graduate students from the George Dean Johnson Jr. College of Business and Economics.
Interim Dean Charday Jackson-Smith will now come forward to present the candidates from the College of Education, Human Performance, and Health.
Thank you, Dr. Steinke. As Interim Dean of the College of Education, Human Performance, and Health, it is my pleasure to present our candidates for the Master of Education and the Master of Science. Dr. Stephan Bismarck, Dr. Rafika Turgut, Dr. Karen Lounsbury, and Dr. Sinead Bryan will award the hoods.
Corinne Lachey Anderson, Autumn Eller Arnold, Matthew Scott Barnett, and April Barnhill. Hannah Wood Belcher. Hitonius Trommel Blasingame. Hannah Johnson Benetti. Anna Catherine Boyd. Pamela Arlene Briggs Cook. Mallory Page Carr. Tabitha Bodie Copeland. Elizabeth Ann Davidson. Melissa Lee Drummond. Gina Elizabeth Fisher. Ticey Tierra Foster. Noah Parker Goodwin. Summer Hall. Ashley Lancaster Henderson. Laurel Hickman. Bridget LaShawn Hopper. Bridget LaShawn Hopper. Haley Lauren Horn. Casey Marie Huey. Anna Catherine James. Christopher Jacob Lanford. Chana Marie Lawson. Ashley Sarah Loftus. Ashley Latrice Myers. Morgan Lee Paris. Kristen Adele Edge Roddy. Jacob Daniel Roper. Kayla Marie Rose. Lakia Hill. Delisha Marche Surratt. Sierra Lane Scrage. Jacob Fowler C. Macy Catherine Smiley. Katie Ann Smith. Lathan Addison Sowell. Logan Glover Sturgis. Hazinula Georgia Sabanarius. Maria Fernanda Ventura. Michael Brian Wikowski. Macy Breonna Gleason Williams. And that concludes the graduate degrees from the College of Education, Human Performance, and Health.
Dean Jeannie Chapman will now come forward to present the candidates from the College of Science and Technology.
Thank you, Dr. Steinke. As Dean of the College of Science and Technology, it is my pleasure to present our candidates for the Master of Science in Informatics. Dr. Ron Fulbright will award the hoods.
Jared Thomas Keklak. And that concludes the graduates from the College of Science and Technology. Thank you. Good.
We now move to awarding the undergraduate degrees. As before, we ask that all members of the audience remain in their seats throughout the program and that you please withhold your applauses during the announcement of the graduates' names. Everyone wants to hear their son, daughter, sister, or brother names called. The respect we show our last graduate today is as important as the respect that we show our very first graduate. Thank you for honoring our graduates in this ceremony. Graduates, the marshal will direct you to come forward for individual recognition and congratulations. It is my pleasure to welcome again Provost Steinke for the conferral of the degrees.
Will Dean Shirlitha Dunlap join Chancellor Harris to greet the candidates from the Mary Black College of Nursing?
Devin Marie Parshall. Hannah Grace Albritton, cum laude. Makiria Shangela Anderson. Valentino Bello Daza. Olivia C. Blair. Jada Shania Brunson. Brandy Elizabeth Burrell. Mackenzie Shea Carruthers, cum laude. Alexandra Brooke Clary. Brandon Jose Colon. Zoe Elizabeth Cook. Angel Rose Kaponen. Brittany Ann Cox. Hannah Maria Dantzler. Jordan Arthur Darby. Jayla Michelle DeWitt. Madison Lynn Earl, cum laude. Ugo Grace Aleke. Gloria Estefania Escalante Perez, cum laude. Sierra Marie Feaster. Anais Cassandra Fernandez. Carly Shea Foos. Tisha Kaylee Fortner, summa cum laude. Clara June Gaffney. Mariana Garcia. Jack Gardner, cum laude. Angela Komlov Giralgo, magna cum laude. Raquela D. Graham. Zalia Hall. Adelie Morel Miller Harrison. Ansley Karen Harder, magna cum laude. Emily Page Hullett. Amanda Lynn Eisenhower, cum laude. Charles Lamont Landrum. Kylie Nicole Lawson. Robert Edward Lee. Tatiana Velyerneva Livchina. Ashley Nicole McKinney, cum laude. Kenya Mendoza Rodriguez, cum laude. Kaylin Mackenzie Morris. Kiana Lernice Murdow, magna cum laude. Marquise Keon Newman. Tyler Nicole Nolan, cum laude. Angeline Novikov. Brianna Kaylin Paris, magna cum laude. Josie Bay Parrish, cum laude. Holden Everett Player. Naya Taylor Rice, cum laude. Abby Danielle Ruth, cum laude. Armani Sanders. Ashton Lee Scruggs. Rika Shiraki, magna cum laude. Sydney Michelle Sloan. Elizabeth Jeanette Stevens. Trinity Divine Thompson. Leonie Dana Tonhauser, magna cum laude. Alexis Madison Turner. Patrick Daniel Walsh. Jada Adara Jones Waters. Aaliyah Anjane Webb. Lena V. Weitz. Taylor Lee Willett, cum laude. Jordan Alexandria Williams. And that concludes the graduates from the Mary Black College of Nursing.
Will Dean Jeffrey Stinson join Chancellor Harris to greet the candidates from the George Dean Johnson Jr. College of Business and Economics?
Ashley Takia Turner. Faith Bacola Abel. Kenyana Octavia Michaela Alston. Eileen Giselle Alvarado Riviera. Fahad bin Jabbar. Samiria Nicole Guerrero Blees. Timothy Paul Bolton. Marina Bondarchuk. Connor William Breitenbach, cum laude. Chloe Bryan. Lindsay May Campbell, magna cum laude. Parker Christian Carey, cum laude. Alexa Deese. Jenna Kate Ferris. Jared Terry Fleming. Destiny Garcia. Austin James Godfrey. Jack Charlton Hockaday, cum laude. Carmen Hovis. Cooper Lincoln Jennings, summa cum laude. Shonlada Kitbamrung. Megan M. Lockwood. Jamie McDowell McClary. Jeremy Shane Moore Jr. Dekai Navarro. Michelle Antoinette Pena. Daniela Josephine Rabati. Sean A. Robotham. Svetlana Mykolaievna Semenuk, summa cum laude. Brandon Nash Stedman. David Michael Talley. Jonathan Isai Trejo, cum laude. German Raul Valverde Taipei. Lillian Rose Weiss, cum laude. Kayla Denise Ward. Sephora Milena Xavier. Jacob Matthew Yount. And that concludes the graduates from the George Dean Johnson Jr. College of Business and Economics.
Will Interim Dean Charday Jackson Smith join Chancellor Harris to greet the candidates from the College of Education, Human Performance, and Health?
Brittany Lauren Adams. Shakayla Anaya Albert. Elijah Charday Allen. Mariah J. Allen, cum laude. Teresa Edith Alonzo Escamilla, magna cum laude. Brian Ross Ashenfelter, magna cum laude. Keaton Daniel Atkins, cum laude. Cassidy Faith Austin, cum laude. Aaron Musa Eisen. Kiana Deshira Beeson. Thomas Daniel Bowe. Kinsley Tiana Bennett. Alex Ross Bowers, cum laude. Devon DeQuavius Lahoris Bowie. Regina Latrice Brackett, cum laude. Nakaya Kayara Brown. Spencer A. Bryant. Samantha Jean May Burnett. Gabrielle Angel Lee Bird. Benjamin Coffey, magna cum laude. Dayana Elise Coleman. James Thomas Corbin. Sasha Alexandra Cowart. Lillian Paige Crosby. Ashley Tarver Donald, magna cum laude. Miracle Alasia 80, cum laude. Madison Irby Farmer, magna cum laude. Nicole Gagliardi, summa cum laude. Bethany Gardner. Macy Elaine Gibson, cum laude. Tori Helton, summa cum laude. Kate Olivia Henderson, summa cum laude. Wiley Elizabeth Heiss. Griffin Douglas Hill. Emily Ann Huntman, magna cum laude. Tyler Gregory Jasper, cum laude. Emily Nicole Kessler, cum laude. Savannah K. Kahanovich. Honesty Markia Vakira Lane. Aaron Troy Little. Giovanna Dos Santos Macado. Summer Lee McGaw. Tiffany Lynette McDaniel, magna cum laude. Connor Elizabeth Medford. Ogechi J. Ntiasoe. Marley Page, magna cum laude. Sydney C. Palmer. Haven Mackenzie Russell. Javon Isaiah Scott. Andrew B. Smith. Kaitasia Nadrika Smith. Tony Chantel Smith. Rihanna Stewart. Emily Grace Stroud, magna cum laude. Kaylee Alyssa Thompson, magna cum laude. Addison Lindley Vaughn, magna cum laude. Michaela Ariana Watson. Baranda Wheeler. Kendasia Raquel Witt. Brooklyn Marie Woolley, cum laude. Carly Heliana Wyatt, cum laude. And that concludes the students from the College of Education, Human Performance, and Health.
Will Dean Tanya Boone join Chancellor Harris to greet the candidates from the College of Arts, Humanities, and Social Sciences?
Zoya Shalisa Aikens. Sophia Joelle Allen, cum laude. Douglas Xavier Alverson, summa cum laude. Akizia Casa Amaha. Andrea Oala Arujo Escoria. Lucas Asher Barrett, summa cum laude. Nashawn Robert Edward Beckton. Aubrey Bennett. Brooke Bonner, summa cum laude. Samara Janita Monique Bryant. Michael Cannon, Jr., magna cum laude. Christopher David Cohens. Devin Brooke Cooper. Brannon Towery Crook. Mayana Truye Davis. Liam Alexander James Dennehy. Samantha B. Desjardins. Kamala Daishel Diggs. Austin Eugene Earnhardt. Kimberly Ford, magna cum laude. Alicia Shanice Long. Mustafa Asante Frazier. Abigail Elizabeth Fuentes. Dimitri Grantland Fuller. Faith Victoria Gillen, cum laude. Evan M. Ginter, cum laude. Khalil Tyreek Goodman. Catherine Ann Gordon, cum laude. Karen Melissa Grajede Alvarez. Miranda Diana Conley Graves, cum laude. Deja Janice Green. Morgan Elise Green. Dylan James Harrelson. Elizabeth Leanne Hill. McLean Elizabeth Holmes. Lee Jeffries, magna cum laude. Adrian Nadre Jenkins. Jordan Jimenez. Monia Johnson. Zachary Johnson. Lauren Gabrielle Johnston. Fiona Maureen Kessler, cum laude. Kennedy Ray Lane. Haley Lassiter, cum laude. Malcolm Amar Leach. J.D. Sauri Linares, magna cum laude. Meredith Claire Liner, cum laude. Haley Melissa McDermott, magna cum laude. Kayla Jordan Mack. Alexis McCullough. Abraham Lincoln, cum laude. Jordan Marie McDonald, summa cum laude. Lacey Ann McKenzie, magna cum laude. Stephen Michael Morenci. Giovanni Munez. Devin Lee Murray. Abigail C. Newell. Sophia Von Noyes. Megan Victoria Pace. Emma C. Paget. Tamara Pate, cum laude. Tilda Penpalm. Allison Potter. Michaela Alexandria Purcell. Jennifer Lindsay Ragland, cum laude. Araceli Ramirez Perez, summa cum laude. Abigail Rickert. Caitlin Rouse, cum laude. Candace Sally. Matthew Samret. Shamarie Antonia Seawright. Carter Wayne Sexton. Christine Ann Smith. Jaron Dayon Smith. Alexandra Elise Smothers. Iris Olivia Stevens, magna cum laude. Samantha Allison Taunton, cum laude. Brianna Mackenzie Taylor. Aaliyah Thompson. Latasha Thurmond. Lauren Hanks Towner-Smith. Riley Michelle Watson. Helen Rachel White, magna cum laude. Jada Simone White. Jada Shalom Wood. Cantrell Wright. Suwaran Jordan. Ayana Alice Young Fletcher, magna cum laude. Shelby Mackenzie Brown. Anthony Green. And that concludes the graduates from the College of Arts, Humanities, and Social Sciences.
Will Dean Jeannie Chapman join Chancellor Harris to greet the candidates from the College of Science and Technology?
S.M. Raizul Alam Hoyoyan. Jackson Luke Allison, magna cum laude. Seth R. Arana. Blake Alexander Baker. Derek Allen Bell. Autumn Gabrielle Boykin. Xavier Brown. Camille Raven Bush. Carlos Andres Cabrera. Brittany Chappelle. Jakari Ken Davis. Lucas Hunter Dorn. Najee Duncan. Samira Lindre Floyd, cum laude. Zachary Trevor Gillespie. James Austin Greg, cum laude. Jocelyn Kiana Jackson, cum laude. Linda Marquez dos Santos. Lori Faith Melton, summa cum laude. Lilia Lauren Milner. Larissa Edna Moyes, cum laude. Maximo E. Morales, summa cum laude. Antonio Perez Garcia. Vanessa Polido. Bryanka Unkasha Scott. Rashna Shashi. Travis Michael Stokeham. Janisha Mandel Wakefield. Catherine Lynn Wellens, summa cum laude. Brianna Nicole Wilson. Jada Ariana Worden. Jessica Quezon Sayason, magna cum laude. Hannah E. Zaleski. And that concludes the graduates from the College of Science and Technology.
Will all the candidates for degrees please rise? Chancellor, all candidates who stand before me and others who cannot be present but whose achievement is being recorded officially by the university, having completed the requirements for their respective degrees, are herewith recommended by the faculty of the university for the conferral of their degrees.
By virtue of the authority vested in the University of South Carolina Board of Trustees, by the people of this state, acting through their representatives and the General Assembly, on the recommendation of the faculty of this university, the university confers upon each of you the degrees for which you have been recommended, together with all rights, honors, privileges, and responsibility thereto appertaining. Everyone, please join me in congratulating the class of 2024. Graduates, please remain standing. It is a time-honored tradition in the Academy to signal earning our academic credentials by moving our tassels from right to left of your mortarboards. So on the count of 3, let us celebrate your new status as graduates of the University of South Carolina Upstate by transitioning your tassels from right to left. Okay? From right to left. So, on the count of, at 3, you're gonna do that, okay? I'm gonna say 1, 2, 3, and you're gonna do that. You ready for that? You're gonna move it from what? So, at the count of 1, 2, 3. Graduates, you have now joined the ranks of 33,000 alumni who have come before you. At this time, I would like to introduce you. I'm going to ask you to sit down, please. You may take your seats. I'm going to introduce you to Ms. Charlie Ann Nelson. She is the Director of Alumni Relations who brings greeting on behalf of the Alumni Association.
Thank you, Dr. Harris. Graduates, as you walked across the stage, you were handed a certificate. This certificate is a recognition of your membership in an exclusive club, the USC Upstate Alumni. We have just under 35,000 alumni and members. Each year, we accept our newest members, their current graduating class. With nearly 8 billion people in the world, only just a little over 30,000 can say that they belong to this prestigious group. You've paid a high price. Many of you paid thousands of dollars in tuition, dedicated countless hours, investing in preparation. You may have even contributed your blood, sweat, and tears. Your perseverance has paid off.
This year, we introduced the official USC Upstate ring. If you purchased your ring, I ask you to hold it up. As part of the ceremonial tradition, you will now turn your ring so that the world can see the emblem of your pride. So face it so that when you show it off to the world, they see where you graduated from. You did it. Congratulations. You are now a USC Upstate alumnus. Like any other membership, why have it if you aren't going to use it? Consider this your exclusive network. Come back and visit often. Support our athletics. Hire your fellow alums and give back generously. Remember that the students behind you are living your story. They are working hard, like you did, to join the Alumni Club. Utilize your new status and show pride in it. Welcome to our newest alumni.
Thank you, Ms. Nelson. Graduates, this university will always be your university. Your story is now and will forever be intertwined with the story of this university. You are always welcome to come home, and congratulations again. What is that you want? I'm not quite sure about that, but we'll work on it. But I'd like to take a moment. You know, I love the idea that you still want your email because you want to stay connected. I would like to take a moment to recognize two groups who have contributed to today's celebration. Members of the Spartanburg Philharmonic for their musical contribution to the ceremony. Give them a round of applause. And the students who are serving as marshals. Musicians and marshals, please stand so that we can give you another round of applause of thank you. Thanks to all of you who are here to honor our graduates. I wish each of you a very happy and safe holiday season. So please, graduates, remember that mule that kept rising. And everyone, let's give our graduates in the class of 2024 one more round of applause. So, will we all please stand and join Mrs. Hogg in singing the first verse of the University of South Carolina alma mater, the words of which are on the first page of your program. We ask that you remain in your seats until the recession of the platform guests, faculty, and graduates is complete.
We hail thee, Carolina, and sing thy high praise with loyal devotion.
going to ask the Philharmonic to just pause just 1 minute because I want to do something that we don't normally do, but this is a very special circumstance that just occurred. I'm going to ask Mustafa Frazier to stand and raise his hand. Mustafa, are you here? Where are you? There you are. Your parents want to hear your name called because of the tragedy that just occurred, but please give him and his family a round of applause. Mustafa Frazier. His grandmother passed away on their way up here, and she did not get a chance to hear your name called. They want to hear your name called. Thank you.